Do you know what a master gardener is? Most people don't, so don't feel bad if you're one of those people. But a master gardener is something that is available all over the United States, and it's put together through what's called extension, which every state has through a university that is focused on agriculture. And this is funded by the government. It's a really cool program, and it's something I always wanted to do since I was a sales rep, and I used to sell gifts to boutiques, spas, garden centers, you name it, museum shops, anywhere I could frickin' sell something in the state of Florida. Back a few years ago, I was a sales rep from basically 2009 until 2021 when I got exited every single thing, basically like burned the boats, if you want to say, and went full-time into coaching, speaking, and writing. So anywho, it presented itself again to me back in February of 2025, the opportunity to possibly work on being a master gardener. And so the program started this year in January 2026 that I was able to take part of that cohort. And it's been an incredible experience. What I learned a couple weeks ago is that a lot of people, when they hear about it, they say to the person who is working on becoming a master gardener, "What are you going to get? What are you going to get?" And when I heard this from some of the ladies in the group and also from our fearless leader, Leah, it blew my mind. My head like spun off my body, because when I first heard about being a master gardener back in, I don't even know, 2014, when I first heard of the concept, I never said, "What am I going to get?" Because to me, I was curious. And I always feel that whatever I do in my life, I'm going to learn something. So even if it's a bad experience, let's say, it's still a good experience because I learned something, right? But we've gotten so conditioned to say, "What am I going to get? What am I going to get?" And I was, again, mind blown that this showed up in terms of nature, in terms of volunteering, in terms of learning something. But it's prevalent and it feeds into everything. So this morning, I had this huge aha moment when I was sitting quietly in silence. Ryan was still sleeping, and having my cup of coffee. And it clicked for me how this, "what am I going to get?" is infused in marketing. And it's so deeply infused in the coaching industry in terms of also teaching coaches how to create marketing messaging, right? And there's a gazillion messaging coaches out there now. And hand raised high, I have bought many, many, many of those programs. I even, years ago, I think it was 2022 maybe, had a one-on-one marketing coach for 6 months, which was literally one of the bad experiences. We won't get into that right now, but I learned a lot. And what that means is we're also just continuing to infuse what am I going to get into our lives with expectations. And there's so much more to this story, but for this video, I really want you to think about how that affects you. And what happened to me when I was really contemplating it this morning with my cup of coffee is I realized that I've always struggled with marketing, with this messaging, because I'm not aligned to it. I'm not aligned to worrying about, thinking about, or making a decision from what am I going to get? Because I know as a conscious leader that I'm always going to get something. I'm always going to get something. So hence, I keep buying these courses. Well, I've literally stopped. I stopped a while ago, but I actually did a video, and it's on my YouTube channel, where I show you my marketing binder that's green. And if this video is on YouTube, I'll make that the next video, because I tend to post things in all the places. And hence why, now I get it, that it's not aligned to me to worry about what I'm going to get. Because again, I'm a conscious leader and I understand with maturity and experience that I'm always going to get something, whether it's good or bad or intrinsic. Like, so much of our lives is intrinsic. Like, I could go on and on about this Master Gardener program and how I've like fixed little things that I never even thought were ever a problem. Maybe I'll make a post about that because it's kind of fun and it's a good share for the world, because you may be doing some of these mistakes too and you didn't even know it. And I helped my friend yesterday intrinsically. I've shared about master gardenership with my real estate friend so she can just share it with a potential client someday, because landscaping is actually just not a fluffy thing. Landscaping helps the environment because it helps water and water control and not wasting so much water, and it helps conserve water. Landscaping is really important. I used to think it was just fluffy, like, oh, fluffy landscaping. I liked it, don't get me wrong, but to me it was fluffy. Well, actually, it's really important to have a landscaped yard. I learned that intrinsically, right? So we need to be more conscious of why something in your life may not be resonating, such as marketing, messaging, and having to worry about, do I have like all the, pain points and all the benefits and da 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 in every single post, or I'm doing it wrong? Because honestly, I know my pain points and I don't need someone to call it out. I'm pretty aware. Again, I'm a conscious leader. I get these things. I make decisions now from a conscious awareness choice and a little bit of intuition thrown in there too. Like, hey, I should check this coach out, or I should check this program out. Maybe they have what I'm looking for, right? So your intuition as a guide is really important. If you're into human design, and if you're a sacral, I've learned a lot about that. So that was intuitively led to join this one program. If you're interested in hearing more about that, I can message you so you can connect with that coach and that program. There's actually 2. It's really great. I could go on and on about that. I don't want to make this video really long, but feel free to message me. Happy to share. And there's just so much in that. But I decided from a conscious leadership position that I don't need someone to call out my pain points and someone to tell me about what I'm going to get, because I know I'm always going to get something.